So today we're going to give you a tour of our garden that's behind me here. We're going to show you some of the output. We are very excited about this garden. It's doing good. I'm sorry if you see me sweating here. It's hotter than the devil's tank right now in Tennessee. We're running around 95 degrees every day and 100% humidity. But we are very excited about this. There's nothing better than growing your own food. We're very proud of what we got accomplished here. So now we want to take you around and show you what all we got going. All right, guys, here we go. All right, so now we'll make our way into the garden. And these flowers have done exceptionally well. We've been really happy so far with the turnout. I'll show you some close-ups here. Got some big old jalapeños on here that Jessica's getting ready to pick some of. Still got some little ones. Got more coming. So this is our very first harvest. That is a good jalapeno.
I like them when they start turning red. That way I know they're done growing, but... Because I think they can get fatter.
You can pick you a few out there that you want to keep and let the rest of them grow if you want to.
I want to make some tacos with.
So like I say, there's nothing like growing your own food. You know what went in it. You know it's good stuff. And you know what you're going to get out of it.
I'm going to get this one too. Just because I want it. Let's see what they taste like.
Uh-oh. So here we go with our first taste test. Show the inside of that up close. You can see that's a nice looking jalapeno.
That's hot.
And if she says it's hot, it's probably hot because I don't eat a lot of hot food like that. So we've got 5 of these plants, and according to Jessica, they put out late into the season, I should say. All right, so now we're going to move on to the peppers. We got a couple of them ready. And of course, Jessica eats these too, so she likes them, but we also use these as rabbit food. So
yeah, I think that's a sunspot right there. If they get too much sun, they'll start to turn.
So we'll get a couple of them off.
I think there's a big one over here.
As you can see, we've got several pepper plants going up through here as well, but they're all pretty close, but not 100% ready yet. But we've got several pepper plants going. Here's another good one. So here's the yield so far, and as you can see, we've still got several little ones like that right there popping off, so doing good. Now we'll see how our big boy tomatoes are doing.
I'm going to get this one right here.
So we've got one here that's starting to turn, so it's ready to rock and roll.
If I can get it. Gosh almighty.
There you see, it's a big one.
That's a pretty one.
Looks good. We got any more up here ready to rock and roll?
I only pick the ones that's got some red on them, or orange.
And as you can see, I mean, we've got a lot of tomatoes back through here, but they're just not turning yet. We do got a few more on this side.
Yeah, they're getting there. Right here.
So here is some of our little, these are Roma tomatoes. So
yes,
there you can see it up close. You can see it's looking good. And as you can see, we've got tons of these as well. And there's another one coming off. So we got a couple ready to pick.
Those are beautiful.
Yep, all looking good.
Yep.
She'll do some cleanup. I'll walk you through the rest of the garden. As you can see, the sunflowers have done really good. We're having to stake everything up, and of course we got some good cantaloupe growing right here. We haven't got anything popping off of those yet, but hopefully here soon we'll have some. And I want to show you something on our tomatoes here. So these posts that you see are 8-foot posts, and as you can see, our tomatoes are almost to the top. This is our big boy tomato plants. They're almost to the top of this 8-foot post, and we've actually got a little tomato right up here near the top, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, we keep having to extend the post because they keep growing so fast.
Do you want to show them the watermelon?
That's where I'm going to next. So this is my favorite thing in the whole garden is the watermelons. So I'm going to try to step in here without stepping on something. Yeah, there's a lot of grass. We can get to lay plastic down, so we've got a lot of weeds in here. But you can see one of the watermelons here. These things are looking great. And later on, as we get some ready, I'll do a little video on how you tell when these things are ripened. But they are looking good. We've got another big one right up here, and I have to be careful walking through here because I don't want to step on them. And I don't want to step on the strawberries over here, and I'll talk about those in a second. Right here's another big one that you can see. And right here is probably, and I'll try to lay this down a little bit more, but
that one might be the biggest.
That's probably our biggest one right there. So Very, very happy with the turnout of the watermelons. They are taking off.
First time I've ever grown watermelon.
Yeah, and this is our first really every time we've ever done watermelon. So, and then here's our strawberries, and they are growing and looking good, but they have not really produced any strawberries after our first one. So we're not really sure what's going on with them, but we'll keep watering them and let them go.
That they wasn't pollinated. I mean,
Okay.
I could be wrong. That's the only thing I can come up with. That
So there you go.
Because they were in pots, and then I transplanted them in here, but they never produced anything.
Yep. So there you go, and that's kind of a full garden update. We have learned a lot through this. We know a lot of stuff we're going to do different next year, like lay plastic down. We're actually going to extend the garden on down into there next year, so it is going to change a lot. But once again here, if you want to hold that up here, babe, I'll show you
There's our first
picture of the yield. And
yep.
Here.
These right here will be going to the rabbits.
So that's going to be rabbit food. And of course, this right here is going to be Jessica food. And these will probably be my food as soon as they ripen up, because I love tomatoes. Those are my favorite. All right, guys, just wanted to give you a quick little tour of the garden, show you that it's growing, stuff starting to come off, and that we are very excited and happy to see it.